Hello. Good morning. Good morning. Sharp haircut. Sharp haircut.
Yeah, I'm never gonna let my wife do it again. Yep.
Good morning and welcome back to a new Premier League season. You happy to be here, Thomas?
Seems like you're surprised a little bit, no?
Absolutely not. We'll operate in the usual fashion, starting with the broadcast cameras, and we'll begin today with Jeremy Langdon, Sky Sports News.
Hello Thomas, nice to see you again.
Same.
Great news with Azpilicueta's contract last night. Were you surprised? And can you tell us who's unavailable for Everton?
No, not surprised. Not surprised because we were part of the process, and we're very happy. The captain, our skipper, stays on board, and I said many times he embodies everything what Chelsea stands for. He's humble and so successful and competitive at the same time, and he's a legend at the club and can now lead as an example, keep on leading and keep on doing what he did for so many years. So this is very good news for us.
A bit panicky.
Panicking? No, I would describe it as super hard working and learning while on the job, new on the job. So it's pretty much going on, like new ownership, and then stepping in the transfer market is maybe one of the toughest things you can do when you come from outside. But I have nothing but biggest respect and compliments for both Todd and Bedat. They I don't know when they sleep. I think maybe they never sleep, but we have a very honest, very open, very direct line of communication, and the transfers so far speak for itself. We have a delay, of course. Nobody is guilty for that delay. We have a delay because of the sanctions, and the sanctions led to the loss of key players. But like I said, both of the owners who are involved in the daily business do a fantastic job so far, and the transfer market speaks for itself. Well, it's not done yet. I don't want to tell you that I don't know nothing about it. Of course, the paperwork is in process, and hopefully we can get it finished before noon, and that Marc is our player. Marc is a fantastic player, young player. He's young, hungry, mobile, and a very intelligent player, can play on several positions in our system, and that's why we hope that the transfer goes through, and then if it goes through, it opens some options, like for Levi Colwill to maybe find some more game time elsewhere. Yes, but it's it's a bit hard to judge him. He came back, and there was not a lot of game time in pre-season to give to him because of a little injury that he caught in training. So we think at the moment the situation is the situation for him in the moment. It's very individual always, and if there is a possibility for him to have a good loan or like a situation where he can develop and improve, we're open for any talks and any solutions.
Thomas, would you be interested in bringing him back to London?
I would be interested in the 79 goals, actually. We will not comment further. There are a lot of names out there. It's sometimes due to the fact that we discuss a lot of names, and sometimes it's pure speculation, and we will not get involved, as you know.
John Southall.
We're some steps ahead, some steps further. It was absolutely necessary. Maybe it was also necessary to lose that game, how we lost that game against Arsenal, against a rival in the league, big rival, and who's trying to take our place. So maybe it was a wake-up call for everybody. And since then we stepped up. And as always, the last week before a season is always the season where you feel a new focus, a new excitement, a new level of focus and training. The legs are fresh now, fresher than they have been like when we trained in Florida. And still, I think we are not where we can be. But let's see. We feel ready and competitive for tomorrow. We had a very, very good training week so far, and atmosphere is back to where it was before the Arsenal game. Like in the first weeks of pre-season, then we lost a bit the energy towards the Arsenal game, and after that we needed to digest, like I said. But last week is good, and we feel ready for tomorrow. And I think like this is anyway very important for us that we don't lose the focus and take especially the first week step by step. We took the possibility to prepare the whole week only for Saturday, nothing else, and this is where we are.
Side injury or something.
Who, Raheem? Surprised is maybe also not the right word. I mean, like any player who has a 1-year contract, and there were rumors, there were like signs that it could be possible, and any player with a 1-year contract, you can try. And very, very soon we had the feeling, and okay, it was clear that he from our point of view would be a perfect fit for us in this stage of his career. And he gave us the feeling that he would be absolutely happy to make this step and step up into a new chapter, into a new club, and take even more responsibility in this stage of his career. So once we had this feeling and this feedback, we tried and we succeeded, which is for us very, very important. He is one of our offensive players. If we play in the same structure with our 3 offensive players, I think it will be very fluid. It can be Kai, it can be him, it can be Timo Werner, it can be also Armando Broja, who's like now in the squad. So different profiles, different type of playing. I think that both teams, Liverpool and City, showed that it's possible to be very, very successful with a fluid type of offensive player on the 9 position. We go from there.
And finally, it's a World Cup year. So are you taking the season as part 1, break for World Cup, part 2? How are you dealing with it? Because no one's ever had this before.
Yeah, and hopefully not after, because it does not make so much sense. You feel it. The players are very focused on this World Cup already, which is a good thing because they come in shape. They take care about themselves, but it's, how can I say, it's also a bad thing if you want to, because they are focused on World Cup and not like here. So a part of them, I have the feeling, is already thinking about November, and we will see how it influences the players and the performances in October when it gets closer and closer. Then it will be, for me, a huge impact emotionally and physically on the guys who go to World Cup. So they will come back drained, physically drained, but also mentally, like with big success, with big emotions, positive emotions, or huge disappointment. You never know. And right away, 4 days, 5 days later, we have Boxing Day. So let's see. Nobody did it before, as you said, and we feel already in the talks with the players the excitement for the World Cup, which is normal and a good thing. We try to turn it around, to use it for us, but as I said, I'm a bit uncertain about all this.
Have a good season.
Thank you very much.
Davide?
Well, we followed him for many years. Me personally, my staff, we followed him for many years. We tried many times and were never successful because it's very hard to get players from Napoli who are like well known for the fact that they keep their squad together. He was a leader. We had good informations about him, of course, from Edu, from our goalkeeper, from Jorginho, who knew him from Napoli. And we got always the same feedback. Fantastic guy, leader in the dressing room, calm, and a role model. And when you dig in and start looking at his games, analyzing his games, you see the quality in defending, you see the quality in body positioning, in timing of defending. He's using both feet, right foot, left foot for build up. He's confident, he's mobile, and very experienced. So when we had the chance, we went for it. It was our top priority, and very happy that he's with us.
Okay, last 2, Nick and then Alison to finish.
Thomas, on
with Marc's potential deal, would a benefit of that be it might take a little bit of pressure off, but also will it help to have extra depth?
Yes, absolutely. It helps in depth, and it helps especially for Ben to escape the pressure of I have to deliver and we need you absolutely now. We have, of course, at the moment also on this position Marcos Alonso and Kennedy and Emerson, but hopefully when things go hopefully through, Marc is the option on this position, and he can play, I think, very well in the back three. So it's a bit the profile of Aspi with a left foot, and he gives us many options, and especially for Ben, he's very, very ambitious. Like always, he couldn't wait to come back to team training. He looks better and better, and at the same time it seems that he needs a little bit more time to adapt to the rhythm and physicality of the match itself, which is absolutely normal. It's not only about training and training exercises and little pitches. It's at the end a very, very demanding league, and we have to take care about him. It's our responsibility. Then we just not throw him in and see what's coming. And I mean, he is impatient, and we will never expect him to be fully patient. But he knows, we speak a lot about it, that everything needs its time, and he will get the time. And still we will try to put him on the pitch as soon as possible, because he is and he was and is a huge asset for us on the left side with his speed and repetition of intensity.
Last question in this section, Alison.
Hi.
Happy new season.
Thanks.
Good to see you again.
No, we played very late last season in Everton, and we lost, and we remember very well, and we need nothing more to know what's coming. Fantastic atmosphere, very emotional crowd, very emotional team, and of course we know some familiar faces on the other side of the bench. The bench is not so far away in Everton. And still we have nothing but respect for Frank and for his staff, and there are a lot of people with Chelsea history, and it was very respectful between the two benches, and it will be, but it will at the same time be very competitive. Like I said, it was a very late game in the season, and we lost it, and we absolutely do not like to lose, and we even dislike it more to lose twice. So we know what's coming, and we will be ready.